Quiet Place, day one, another banger. Welcome everybody, I'm RJ of The Nerdy Brew, and here on this channel we talk TV, movies, and everything in between, all while drinking a cup of coffee. Now if you like one of those things or all of those things, why don't you consider like, subscribing, and hit that notification bell and becoming a fellow Brewster. So today, fellow Brewsters, this is a coffee talk on A Quiet Place Day 1, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn, with an appearance by John Minhansu, directed by Michael Sarnowski. So the movie takes place as the day one of the events in the world of The Quiet Place, and we follow Sam, who is Lupita Nyong'o, and she is someone who is, how can I say this? She's someone who goes on a field trip inside the city of New York, and she also has an emotional support animal, which is a cat that she's holding on to, who's also a supporting character within this film. And so we follow her when she has a personal agenda to attend to, but everything gets topsy-turvy, flipped on its head when the invasion happens, which is very abrupt and it's very sudden. And then we follow her, and then we also follow the citizens of New York in the first half of the movie, and how they deal with the invasion and how they dealing with this world-changing, altering event that, you know, it's very, since it's an attack on this major city, it's very reminiscent to a real-life event that happened in New York, you know, 20 years ago, you know what I mean? And just dealing with the anarchy and dealing with the uncertainty and the suspense, dealing with everyone's personal survival and how they're adjusting and not knowing even how to survive. The first thing that they already know is that sound is what is the catalyst to be attacked by these creatures. So everybody is just bracing themselves on trying to be silent to the best of their ability. So then later on, in the middle of the movie, we meet Joseph Quinn's character known as Eric. And Eric is found Lupita Nyong'o's cat, very synchronicitous, and it's also very serendipitous as well. And he sees it as a sign, and she doesn't understand what the situation is, but he finds himself following her. And then one thing that I'm gonna get to the point of, they're actually traveling together to get to a place of safety and a place of survival. So we're following them through the suspenseful situations, we're following them through their bonding situations, and we're following them to the conclusion of the end of the story and the end of the film for these respected characters and where they end up. And I just gotta say that this movie is another movie out of the franchise in the slammer. Like, I love all two, like the first two, I love both of them, and now I love this third movie as well. And so now this is like one of the mainstay franchise that I'm going to continuously preach the gospel about, because the movie all in itself has a lot of themes and a lot of things that we deal with as humans, like thinking about our mortality, thinking about relationships, thinking about how we extend those relationships, thinking about, you know, things that are memorable to us. The movie just deals with all of those themes, and also like dealing with bonding. These two people of Eric, who's Joseph Quinn, and Lupita Nyong'o's character of Sam, these two people are actually really alone. They have no one else. They find solace, they find camaraderie, and they find a friendship between themselves. In a situation where there could be a lack of humanity, in a situation where people could just be focusing on themselves and their own survival, these two people saw the humanity in one another and just decided to take on a full bond. This is a situation of last moments, and time is of the essence in the film. Of course, survival is a matter in how they get through the harrowing situations, but they make a decision to have an ability, and when it is quiet, no pun intended, they are in a place to connect with one another. And it's a short moment. They probably with each other for probably like in the movie time span, probably like 12 hours at max. And within that 12 hours of the time they spent together, they got to know each other intimately. And intimately doesn't always mean intercourse. They got to become friends on a higher level, out of being strangers. And it was just a beautiful bond. Out of all the chaos and the anarchy that was set around them, they were able to have a quiet moment in a quiet place and bond together. And with all that being said, that's my review. I love the film in totality. I give it a lot of high regard, and it's a great addition to the franchise of the Quiet Place franchise, because I love the other two. I love this one. It's a beautiful addition, and I think it's way more quieter. And no pun for that one. Just for it to take a moment, because there is a lot of things that are moving these fast paces, but there's a lot of things when the movie stops and the movie is showing a lot of situations for them to bond. And how they bond is very beautiful. And I must say, from Joseph Quinn, from Stranger Things, and then seeing him in this film, that man is a star. He's a star waiting to illuminate. He is. He's talent. That man is pure talent. Acting alongside Lupita Nyong'o, who was talent in herself, and their chemistry off each other was sizzling. There's no other words that I could say about it. Like, you could just feel that they were just able to match each other. And that's why good actors, get to the spotlight that they do. It was just an amazing film, amazing writing, great pacing, everything when it comes to delivering on scares. It delivered on scares how it was supposed to. As I said, when it took a beat to slow down and expand some of the story, it fleshed it out in a beautiful fashion. So, finally, with all that being said, now it's time for you to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to all the things that YouTuber asks. And matter of fact, when I'm recording this right now, before y'all see it, this is late at night. I do have decaf, but this was late at night. And while I edit or whatever, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee and handle that. I had to immediately talk about it. And the crazy thing is, like, it's no spoilers, but I could do a whole spoiler review because I definitely loved the movie. And I'm gonna give it a Nerdy Brew grade. I forgot, I haven't done that in ages because I was doing coffee talk. But I'll give it a Nerdy Brew grade of a 8.9. I'll give it a Nerdy Brew grade of an 8.9. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna close out. And I want you to be you, do you, see the bigger picture. Have a fantastic day, because you deserve it. This is that channel. Peace.
Mouth on top, Kung Fu, Bruce Lee chop, moon rocks, go Red Sox, tryna go far like Boondocks, headshot, blunt stay high, talking shit, gotta pull up on they block, you fraud, I'm Couchgod, know you got a tax like a state charge, safe house, safe house, safe house, safe house.